UUCS, this is Samantha. How can I help you? Oh, hi. Thank you for calling. Yes, our pledge team has asked that the staff share a bit about what we do and our dreams for our programs. So we're supposed to talk about growth, programming, activities, growing a healthy community. All of those things are fairly easy to envision when talking about worship, RE, and music. It's a little less obvious when talking about administration. Paying bills, keeping licenses and certifications current, doing IT support, making flyers. Pretty exciting, right? I'd rather talk about this book that I'm reading. It's called The Hidden Life of Trees by Peter Wolben. It's far more fascinating than church administration, trust me. Did you know that trees have the same 5 senses that we do? There's evidence that they communicate with one another, even experience attachment, and express compassion for other trees in their community. Almost all of their communication happens through their roots. Obviously, a healthy root system is essential. Did you know that a tree root system can extend 2 to 3 times beyond the width of the crown, with up to 60% of the roots beyond the drip line? As trees age, reaching a stable trunk size, they spend a greater proportion of their resources on root maintenance, keeping their support roots healthy. So while we humans sit in awe of the magnificence of tree trunks and crowns, the trees are more concerned with what's going on below ground. You may already see where I'm going with this. Church administration is the root system of a healthy congregation. It's not glamorous or exciting. No one sits back in awe of getting the bills paid. But I guarantee you, those roots stop doing their jobs, or if the bills stop getting paid, there will be problems. So let's look at UUCS as a tree, starting from what humans generally notice and appreciate first, the crown. Visibly, it's dominated by the leaves, moving and jostling, doing the work of gathering energy. You are the leaves. Our members, friends, visitors, you are the congregation. You are what brings life and energy into our community. You are the ones doing the social justice work, participating in activities, reaching out into the community. Without you, UUCS would not be here. Branches? These are the activities, the connection opportunities. This is our fellowship hour, covenant groups, RE classes, choir, social justice events, interest groups, potlucks, dances, dinners. And all of the connection opportunities grow from the trunk of UUCS, the programs, our worship services, ministry, religious exploration, and music programs. Let's pause here a moment. This is the visible UUCS. Ask someone to draw a tree, and this is what you'll likely get. Ask someone what makes up a church, and I bet the majority of the answers will be about the ministry, members, community, activities. Makes sense. But in the actual running of a church, what would happen if we neglected the church's administration? What would happen to a tree without a healthy root system? Not so good, huh? So let's take a closer look at our UUCS root system. The support roots. This is where the foundational work to support the programs we cherish happens. All of our programs require administration, paying bills, making copies, buying supplies, and so on. It's also a good thing to have a healthy building for the programs to happen in. So we need to do facilities management. You'll hear more about that in another video. And then there's the additional administration necessary for keeping our building open. Finance management, human resources, communications, technology systems management. The list goes on. All of the parts are necessary for a healthy organization. There is no part of the system that is not dependent on the rest. So where does that leave us? What is the dream for the administration of UUCS? If we want UUCS to grow, we must expand the root system. Everything at UUCS must be supported by the administration in order to be successful. It is past time for the congregation to put out the feeder roots. Our support roots are solid, but they aren't enough if we plan to do more. Our existing administrative system, using extensive volunteer time and energy, has brought us to where we are, and this is an amazing achievement. This community really is fantastic. But the question that continually comes up is, if we are so fantastic, why aren't we growing? It isn't for lack of trying. We have visitors and new members coming regularly, but with no overall growth to the congregation. We have been plateaued at approximately 200 members for nearly 15 years. What it comes down to is that our roots cannot support a larger crown. Translated? Our staff cannot support a membership larger than the one we have now. UUCS needs to spend a few years investing in the growth of the administration. This will directly support all of the existing programs. The impact won't be apparent immediately, just as a tree's growth is not obvious, but the investment will pay off in the long run, in more RE offerings for children, youth, and adults, more fellowship events, more music concerts, an expanded choir, more worship options. Remember, our connection opportunities grow from the programs. As the program offerings expand, there is room for more members. And then we will see the growth. We will have a larger yet sustainable membership. More members means more energy in our congregation to do the work that we as a congregation are called to do. But we aren't there yet. And here's where the pledge drive comes in. UUCS is asking you to give generously so that we can invest in the health of our community. As for the administrative dream, there are a number of ways we could go. One option is to hire additional staff. A business administrator would be amazing, but perhaps to start an office assistant would do. Whatever we decide, it will require an investment of money and time. There is one option that will have noticeable results in a much shorter time. That would be to hire a membership professional. You may have noticed that the membership program was missing from the trunk of the UUCS tree earlier. For the first time, a couple of years ago, the UUCS membership program received direct staff support. It was decided to shift some of our office hours to the membership team, recognizing that the program was in need of support. That took hours away from the work of the front office, however. It would be best for the congregation if we could hire a membership professional who would be focused on the care and keeping of our membership. Depending on the hours we are able to offer the position, the staff member would support the membership team, work with other programs to provide additional opportunities, and ultimately direct a comprehensive membership program. Have you ever noticed the breakout congregation acknowledgments that are published in the UU World? It's interesting to note that many of the congregations that were successful in breaking through the membership plateaus were the ones that hired a membership professional. And please remember, our goal is not just to grow. It is to better equip us to carry out our mission, to provide a respectful home for intellectual, spiritual, and creative exploration, and to build a community of fellowship, caring, and service that lights the flame of social action. And our vision, to build a joyful home for free religious exploration where we nurture the hopes and serve the needs of our world. So let's nourish our root system, allow it time to grow, and provide much needed support to the whole of our organization. And thank you for all you bring to our UUCS community. You are deeply appreciated.